Semiconductors are everywhere in your smartphone, your vehicle, your television set, hospital machines, even in space missions, and now, especially in the headlines. Not quite a metal, not quite an insulator, semiconductors or chips are the in betweeners of electricity. As the world automates and digitizes, these tiny chips are becoming the backbone of national and economic security. The global economy runs on chips, and their absence would mean disruption, delays, and decline. And India, albeit a late entrant, is now pressing the pedal on its semiconductor story. With a 76,000 crore rupees package, the India Semiconductor Mission was launched in 2021, aiming to support startups, encourage industry players to nurture engineering talent, design chips, and build fabrication boundaries, popularly known as fabs. A fab is a factory where silicon wafers are turned into semiconductors. It is now about self reliance, foreign investments, and technology partnerships, making India a manufacturing force.
The objective of the investors is to invest in deep tech sectors, so semiconductors and advanced manufacturing and hardware and artificial intelligence and digital biology and robotics and space and defense technologies and quantum technologies and all of that. So the government likes to call it as the strategic sunrise sectors, or the sectors that are more foundational with intellectual property and key technology capabilities, and those are the areas that we expect to invest in.
The world is chasing semiconductors because they power everything, and controlling them means controlling the future. The global market of chips is expected to hit $1 trillion by 2030, with India capturing a substantial 12% of it. At the recently concluded Semicon 2025, over 350 exhibitors from 33 countries came together to contribute to India's developing semiconductor ecosystem. Any semiconductor manufacturing supply chain needs three things: material, equipment, and services. And India has it all in the form of a strong MSME sector, rich mineral reserves, and a thriving services infrastructure ranging from AI research to logistics.
The environment of the factories also, so that it can meet those requirements to make those chips, is also continuously increasing. And that is where we are also upgrading our technologies. We are also bringing in talent from Taiwan, from various other places which have already done this. So we are giving it to the industry. And along with the industry, obviously, we are also growing.
When you think of semiconductors, two countries dominate the space: China and Taiwan. China's semiconductor strategy centers on building not only a domestic supply chain but also a strong export network. It has boosted chip design and manufacturing, reducing dependence on foreign tech and expanding global influence through investments, alliances, and standard setting. Taiwan, however, rules the market with over 60% of global supply and 90% of the most advanced chips. But overdependence on imports threatens the economy and the supply chain. In his book Chip War, Chris Miller warns that geopolitical tensions and supply disruptions could shake the global economy. Small wonder India, along with others, is racing to diversify, invest, and build its own secure semiconductor network.
भारत की स्पीड क्या है, ये भी मैं आपके सामने रखना चाहता हूं। साल 2021 में हमने सेमिकॉन इंडिया प्रोग्राम शुरू किया। साल 2023 तक भारत का पहला सेमीकंडक्टर प्लांट अप्रूव हो गया। साल 2024 में हमने कुछ और प्लांट्स अप्रूव किए। साल 2025 में हमने 5 और प्रोजेक्ट्स क्लियर किए। कुल मिलाकर सेमीकंडक्टर के 10 प्रोजेक्ट्स में $18 बिलियन यानी 1.5 लाख करोड़ रुपए से अधिक का इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है। ये भारत पर दुनिया के बढ़ रहे भरोसे को दिखाता है।
Tata Electronics, Micron, CG Power, Foxconn, and others are investing thousands of crores across states. India has 10 chip projects in 6 states with 1.6 lakh crore rupees invested, including the country's first highly efficient silicon carbide fab in Odisha. India's first AI-enabled semiconductor fab was recently set up in Gujarat's Dholera. Fabs are expensive and complex. They cost about $10 to $25 billion and take years to build, require clean rooms, water, power, and skilled engineers. Beyond labs and budgets, it's policy, training, and supply networks that will define India's long-term success. But gaps remain. Experts say building this ecosystem is a decade-long challenge, not a one-time investment. Driven by the booming sectors such as IT, automotives, and electronics, the demand for semiconductors will naturally increase. Step by step, India's semiconductor ambitions are growing with new manufacturing units and Vikram, its first fully indigenous 32-bit space-grade chip designed by ISRO to withstand extreme space conditions. Unveiled at the Semicon 2025, the chip is likely to be launched by the end of the year. These advancements to reduce imports and build self-reliance are driven by ISM.
ISM 2.0 will be increased, will be enhanced from where we stand in the ISM 1.0. 1.0 was a beginning. It was when we had to start a totally new industry in our country. From scratch, right? It was a totally new journey. So once we have taken this first step up to here, now we have significantly more experience behind us. A lot of learning curve has been crossed. So time to increase the scope of work that we take. So the increased scope of work is what I said, capital equipment, materials, the other things which go into semiconductor manufacturing will be part of it. And of course, fab and OSAT units will be integral part of this journey.
ISM 2.0 is around the corner and stakeholders hope for the next phase of policy to go beyond fabs. It is a high-stakes long-haul game, but consistency, vision, and perseverance will determine where Indian manufactured chips stand in the global market.